Hey guys, welcome back. So today on Modern Masters Auto, we are in Lincolnshire, Illinois here at BNZHAUS. We came here, I have been remote tuning for the last couple months with Matt here, and he has just made great power and great strides with my GTS. And you guys know I just put in those VRP turbo manifolds, and I was coming up here to see Alex anyway, and I was like, well, I wanted to visit BNZHAUS, but why not bring my GTS with me and let the man himself street tune it and then throw it on the dyno. So we arranged all of that just for you guys. I'm super excited to see how far Matt can push my GTS with these VRP turbo manifolds with the stock turbos before we go any farther or do any other upgrades. And then Matt blew my mind on this trip and said, Craig, I will tune your transmission. What? Which is, if you know, there's only like 2 places in the world that can tune your transmission for the GTS, GTR, or any of those C190 platform cars. Well, now there's 2 more places. You'll be able to come to BNZHAUS here in Chicago, or you'll be able to come to Modern Masters and Matt will remote tune your car at our facility. This is just a huge stride for the community. But without further ado, let's get started because I'm ready to see the power Matt's putting into my GTS. See you guys in a minute. All right, guys, so we're here in BNZHAUS. This is Matt. Matt, it's good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Happy to get you down to Chicago.
Yeah, but I love the weather. I love the weather.
Yeah, a little cold today, but you know, good for a GTS.
Yeah, definitely. So Matt's gonna take us for a couple quick rides and some cool bi-turbo cars that he's tuned himself and some cool things with those cars. They got turbos from Arnie's Cannonball car. So Matt, tell me a little bit about BNZHAUS.
So BNZHAUS is basically everything the dealer does as far as maintenance, service, stuff like that, no warranty work. And then we have a full performance division that I run with Fred, the owner. He created BNZHAUS, and Fred kind of got me into performance. He bought a CLS 55, then he had a CLS 550. Big fan of the bi-turbo stuff. I started with 55s, blowers are fun, but now out of 278 550s, we're getting 550 wheel with stage 2, just downpipe, intake, tune, trans tune. M157 is my favorite motor out there, even more than the 4-liter.
Someone's gonna tune my ML63 that you guys seen in our last video. I'm excited for that. We're gonna make some power with that.
It's gonna be nice. And the GTS, like Cal's car on race gas made 765, 767 with turbos, intake, downpipe, trans tune. Alex's GTR on pump gas.
Yeah, you made over 700 on Alex's
car. Yeah, it was
car.
770, I think. So I think it's like 768 right now.
So here's a question. I made 570 horsepower with your tune, not tuned for the headers.
Just with the header added.
Yeah, just with the header added. So are we gonna hit 600 horsepower stock turbos?
So my goal would be 600 on stock turbos. We're gonna try to achieve it as close as we can. I mean, 40 horsepower gain without a tune just on a manifold is insane for a bolt-on part.
So is there, you think there's room in the tank? I'm not a tuner.
I think now with more exhaust flow going on, we're not gonna be creating as much back pressure out of the factory turbo, so we'll be able to get timing and maybe actual turbo efficiency up a little more, because a lot of these cars like stage 1, 90% of it's all in the turbos and fuel. Then you start messing with timing. Yours is at that happy balance, so if we can actually get efficiency up higher out of the turbo for a little more boost and then just dial in that timing with it, because the fuel's pretty good, I think we can get pretty close to
I heard 600 horsepower. I heard 600 horsepower, so hopefully, you know, with Matt spending some time with it this week, street tuning it, I would love to see 600 horsepower.
And I think you will have the fastest stage 2 GTS as of today.
Fastest stage 2 GTS, but not for long. Because Phil owes me VRP 1000s that are on the way, so all the same turbos Alex has, and that's going to be awesome because since you already tuned Alex's car and you have that experience, you know, the header experience, you'll be able to make me and Alex's cars.
Well, and so Alex, the GTR, the only difference in the GTR minus like the traction control and stuff like that, 4-wheel steering, they have different heads.
Really?
So they have different heads, so they have a little more power. Not that different, but enough where they're probably ported a little more. The numbers are different. I ran them through Mercedes. So that is why the GTR is making more power. But
compression is different too.
Compression is slightly different, but I would be curious on pump 93 with turbos and a turbo manifold, could a 16 almost achieve what Cal's did on race fuel?
See, I think that would be really awesome. And then another thing I'm doing this year, I have to see, but I'm pulling the heads off and putting head studs on and doing the VRP billet intake manifolds.
Okay.
And a single turbo kit, but that's way down the road. But the big thing is I have a set of C63S heads.
Oh, okay.
Are they the same as GTS heads, do you know?
They're similar, but we would have to lay them side by side.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna check this out because if they are the same,
if they're the same, the only thing
I'm gonna go ahead and get them ported.
We'd have to check the height difference just for the rods, just to see with the valves and the piston clearance, we might have to run a thicker gasket depending on where the deck surface is on the head.
Yeah.
But if
hopefully
they do bolt in and work, if they're the same part number, I'm
gonna check all that out because I really want ported heads, and it would just be zero downtime for me if I could send those out.
Well, and then to see the gain too.
Because the VRP wants to CNC port me a set of heads for the car, so I have those.
So if they were ported, just with the head upgrade, I bet we could be pretty comparable to a GTR.
Yeah, I mean, I want to surpass. I want to really port them out.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'm coming for Alex.
Yeah, try to beat that GTR.
Dude, I gotta beat his car. That we are friends. That's how we do it.
Until he puts a turbo manifold on it.
I know he is ruining the game, but I'm still gonna beat him. So.
Well, you're doing pumps.
I'm doing all of it.
Yep.
I'm doing all of it. So we're gonna do it all in stages. I have all the high pressure fuel pump stuff, and I plan for the car to be full E85. I'm working on getting bigger
injectors. So the end goal is to build a GTR killer, even if they're tuned with turbos.
Whatever they got, and then my plan, ultimate goal, when I'm done with the car performance-wise, I'm buying the Black Series body kit.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna make it look like a full Black Series. So, and you know, it's gonna be the China special. So my body guy's
cool.
gonna hate me, but it'll look awesome. So, all right, cool. Let's check out the shop. Look at that GTS.
So this is Fred's GTS. This will be the new BNZHAUS build. We'll be building it in stages, not as crazy as yours, of course. So you will have a faster one, but this will be downpipe.
But no, this is cool, and I'm glad we're working on this, so you'll know what to do with this.
Yeah, I think you and Alex kind of started a trend for everybody.
Yeah, that's what we're doing,
GT trend.
Man. But I'm telling you, the car show this summer, it's gonna be.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
I even told Fred, I said it'd be really badass if we could get Alex to drive the GTR this weekend so we could get BNZHAUS, Modern Masters, and Legit Street Cars GTSs all together in one shop.
I will ask him.
I just think that'd be cool. We'll get Fred's out, yours out, Alex's out.
If he can bring it to the dyno and just show them all off, yeah, yeah.
Even if because then we could do our stage one, what did this make stock in stage one tune on this, and we could do 3 GTSs dyno day, Modern Masters, Legit Street Cars, BNZHAUS.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this is Fred. Fred created BNZHAUS. He's the owner and founder of the company. So what do we do here, Fred?
So here we've got a 1985 500 SEC. It's a Euro spec car. Customer brought it in. Actually, it was towed in, not running. And he has a fuel delivery problem, which I had discovered today. And we'll be putting a fuel pump in here, going through the fuel system and checking for fuel leaks. At the top of this fuel distributor, it is seeping fuel.
So Fred, you like these old Mercedes?
I do. They can be a pain.
Yeah, they are. So if you have them old Mercedes, no longer send them to Modern Masters. Send them to Fred at BNZHAUS. He loves them. He loves them. So I remember when I first saw this device. Come here. Look at this. Yeah. This UFO. What? If I had never seen one of these another day in my life, I'd be a happy man. That baffled me. We figured it out, but man,
it's a 50-50. He loves some of them and he hates the other ones.
God, my car is filthy.
Yeah, so is mine.
Well, I mean, it was on an open trailer all the way from Virginia.
It was clean. Hell, dude. Man, I can't believe this is a 550.
Yeah, I haven't seen, most of them are torque based, but this one is the fastest one I've driven to date.
I like that it's 4.
And I mean, there's 3 grown men in here.
God, too. Definitely. Anthony weighs a ton. But, oh man, that is awesome. Oh, this is nice.
Because it was just a pulley.
And the reliability you'll get out of a 278. Like,
that's the thing, people are scared of them, but as long as you change the oil, it's not bad. So in the beginning, there's a little turbo lag, but then they grab.
So these are the big turbos?
These are the big turbos.
Yeah, holy Christ. I thought it was a 1.57.
These are Arnie's old turbos out of the Cannonball
that
car.
is cool.
So we're working on Craig's GTS today. We and Craig have been going back and forth over the last month or so, doing a little bit of remote tuning. Really enjoy the bi-turbo stuff. It's kind of our specialty. M157, 278, as well as the new 4-liter stuff and some of the V6s. Right now we're actually bench tuning Craig's transmission, so we do the TCU tuning on the GTSs, and all tunes can be offered through Craig as well. We're gonna see what we can do with his car with different stages, as well as trying to get it on a dyno tomorrow to show the improvements of the TCU. And then what can we max out on a stage 2 with the downpipes, turbos, as well as that new turbo manifold from VRP.
Much later.
Don't worry, the check engine light will be off tomorrow.
So this is with ECU and TCU tuning?
Yep, so right now we have your map in here. We haven't retuned for the manifold yet, so this is the 570 map. And I have you set to a stage 2 trans tune. So line pressure's up a little more, the shifts are really snappy, instantaneous, and there is no lag or slip out of the clutches anymore. They're faster. Now watch how fast it'll upshift like on medium throttle.
Well, the shifts are like instant. They're singing.
And every shift snaps. You get that little crackle out of them. This is probably one of the most responsive trans tunes I've done on the GTS.
Yeah, that is awesome. You think it sounds different with the headers?
It's a little bit steeper.
Yeah, that's what I thought immediately. I thought it was
It's
deeper.
a nicer, actually, it kind of brings it back to like that deeper, like 5.5, almost like how it's got that low tone, but
Yeah,
with the
because I've
4-liter,
always-
it's really cool.
Yeah, like I feel like it does sound like, I love how the 5.5 sounds in comparison to the 4-liter being a little more higher pitch, but this really helps.
Dude, it's moving!
Dude, that is not even the same. Holy, oh my God. Wow.
You know what's cool with the trans tune, if you hit the brake hard, it'll do an instant downshift.
Oh, that is... Oh my God, dude, that's way faster.
Oh, it's screaming.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we're at like 585,
Dude,
and
like,
if we
it feels
are,
like if
we're
600
breaking
to me.
600.
Yeah, oh my God, that is nuts.
I successfully think you're the owner of the fastest stage 2 GTS right now.
Oh, dude, that just sucks you in the seat. That is so crazy. All right, guys, so we're gonna head out of Ben's house, and I will see you guys at the dyno. You bringing the GT too?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Only
So
to
we're
bring the
gonna-
GTR.
Yeah, if Alex brings the GTR, we'll have 3 cool cars to show you at the dyno. But thank you guys for having us.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for tuning for us, and I'm really excited to have a relationship to be able to do all the remote tuning at our dyno.
Exactly, and
So-
I'm really happy to hopefully successfully make you the fastest stage 2 GTS on the market as of today.
That will make me happy, especially if we can do some trans tuning. So we'll throw a trans tune on there also. We're really gonna spice this thing up. So I'll see you guys at the dyno.
24 hours later.
All right, guys, we made it to HOCHMAN Fabrication and Speed, where they hooked our car up to the hub dyno. Ben himself, the owner here, has been so gracious enough to let us use his awesome dyno, his beautifully clean facility, and we are going to see how the car does. I am hoping for high numbers, but really just dialing in the headers and the trans tune is my ultimate goal here. Drivability is the biggest thing. If we happen to hit an awesome, amazing number where we just beat the world record, then you know, it just has to happen. But of course it's going to happen here at HOCHMAN Fabrication and Speed, because if you check out some of their other videos, they had a BMW X3M competition that hit nearly 1,500 horsepower. Their shop Evo is 1,800 all-wheel horsepower. They race by us at Maryland International Raceway. Be sure to check them out. They come out to Import versus Domestic World Cup Finals, which is the best week of racing. I love going to that. You'll see other people like Cletus and a bunch of really fast cars doing great things. So make sure you check these guys out. And if you're in the area and you want to get your car dynoed, they have this awesome luxury waiting dyno room. But let's get this car going, guys. So you attach this and then
connect the dyno hub to that.
Do you have to bolt that in also?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've never used or seen, I have an all-wheel drive dyno, a dyno just in the ground, but
It's like docking the space station.
yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Shrink, look at that.
Houston, we have hard dock.
All right, guys, and Matt went ahead and put it in the dyno roller test, and both hubs are hooked up. We're about to calibrate this at 3,000 RPM and take it all the way out to 7,200?
Yeah, about 72.
About 7,200. We got the VRP turbo headers deep inside there. I'm just gonna set you guys in there before it gets too hot, and I cannot forget, I have a trans tune now. Matt done put the spice on last night. We took it for a rip. As you guys saw previously, this thing is a rocket, and we're about to see what that rocket feeling equates to on a hub dyno. So this is going to be awesome. And then just check out my Porno Red interior. Everybody loves that. The ladies love it. The children love it. The ladies will let you make children with them with that interior, just how it goes. And then when we get back to Modern Masters, we are going teal calipers and all teal accents under the hood, and then the VRP 1000s flex fuel kit. And old Matt's gonna have to hook me up with that E50 tune, and then we'll make 1,000,000 horsepower. Probably 1,200,000, something, you know. I'm just trying to be a little on the calmer side, because it's probably gonna be way more. In HOCHMAN Performance and Fabrication, I mean, this place is just insane. If you can see all the cool stuff in here. Their 1,800 7-second Evo. It is just incredible. Look at this. This is a world record engine being built, going to Canada.
This right here is like what started the business, is building these scatter shields here. It's what the NHRA requires for cars that are going at a certain speed. It's like 1150 or 11.0.
Oh,
and
wow.
You know, you'd expect me to know this right now, but of course it's escaping my mind.
Yeah.
Either way, this customer is like a day one customer for our brand, and this is titanium.
No way.
And it's one of one I made back in my garage years ago. And when he brought me this build, he brought it with his car full of boxes of parts and a list that corresponded to each box and what was in them. And when I came across that thing in the list, dude, I couldn't believe it.
Bravo, man. This is titanium. Titanium's expensive at that much, right? That is an expensive chunk of metal that is perfectly, I mean, look how it just maneuvers around everything.
He's saving like 5 pounds compared to the stainless version of that.
Oh, I believe it. Wow. Beautiful work here. And that is Ben, unrelated to Ben's house. That is not his house. He's like, why does everybody have AMGs at my house? Guys, let's see what it did. Oh, we are living at that 541. All right, guys, and this is why doing this process is so important when you have a build. When you get to put it on the dyno, you get to see the real data and you get to log all of that so you can see everything. I mean, last night, if you would ask me what the horsepower was, I would have been like 700 because it was just ripping and everything was just dialed in nice. And then you get on the dyno and you see the actual numbers and you're like, okay, we can really calibrate past this. We see the logs, all that stuff. So that's why I'm so against email tunes. I'd rather log the car safely on the dyno, make revisions, and see that the revisions are going in the direction that the data is going. So that's why this part is so crucial and so important. All right, guys, and now that we have solid numbers of where we're starting, you can see right here, and this isn't the exact same tune that made the 570. He was tweaking the trans tune and playing with the engine tune up here. So now he's going to go from that tune and getting my check engine light off. He's going to be tweaking that tune and starting from this and really see where it is after some pulls. So I'm excited to see what we end with today. I know you guys are too. And I just love this shop. It is just so nice. I mean, this is where the customers get to wait and watch their car on the hub dyno in there and get to see on this screen right here the power it makes. So man, if you have a car in the Illinois area and you want to come sit down and relax and watch your car be dynoed, this is the perfect place for it. All right, guys, after a few tests, trials, and tribulations, like I was saying about seeing the data on the dyno, he was working things out, just slowly ramping it up. We're starting to get into timing and turbo efficiency, and look at that. We are starting to work up 567, 610 foot-pounds of torque. As you remember, on my dyno, it made 570 horsepower and 600 foot-pounds of torque. So we are getting just really efficient, and we're about to send this number to the moon, Matt.
Sky high.
Sky high.
Touch
So,
the cloud.
and hey, I need a verbal yes that if you blow my car up, you'll help me put an M159 in this.
Well, yeah, it'll make a good video.
Okay, perfect. My dream would this car be an M159 with a VRP supercharger after we max this whole thing out. But today, 600, anything close to it, 580, 590, that is just significant gains with these manifolds. I do not plan to run stock turbos ever. This is just to see how they work out with the manifolds.
If you do a motor swap, now you know a fabricator.
We'll need a hell of a custom long tube setup for an M156 in this car.
Do you still have that car with the headers you built? Did you show them those?
This guy actually just came in for tubs.
Really?
Yeah.
And now that's how it always starts.
LS swapped, 4 L80 trans, tubular subframes, built rear end, repainted the underbody of the car. The interior is repainted.
This thing is so clean.
We've got a car, the Canada cars coming out of the paint shop. It'll be here tomorrow. We just had it on a rotisserie.
Oh, wow.
That car was built here earlier in the year, and we just got it certified for 6.0 in the quarter mile after finishing the cage.
Those are
Oh, dude, that Trans Am, yeah, it's super nice. But we're not doing that yet. Today, we're just trying to hit 600. 580, 590, whatever.
615.
Whatever, 615. What fuel did you put in there? No, just kidding. All right, guys, what Matt's doing is like kind of important, but really what Ben is doing is the most important part of the process.
Matt in the sauce right here.
It may look like he's chilling his balls, but that is where the intercoolers go. He is cooling her down because we are hot lapping it.
So all these power gains that are happening are all from this fan. None of it has to do with Matt's tuning, just so you know.
100%.
Don't forget, if you dyno your car at HOCHMAN Performance, Ben is a 24/7 on the scene mechanic.
Dude, he's just ready.
Get it cooled down, tuned down. We can even fabricate headers on the Pro Hub dyno.
Yep, there's actually a thing that comes out of the ground and lifts this up, and he can work on it right here.
Yeah, this is actually an old Jiffy Lube. There's bays on it.
And actually, Ben is the guy who owns Ben's house. These guys just work there. He owns the house that is Ben's house. Matt found the sauce button on the laptop. That is 583 and 612 foot-pounds of torque.
Looks like about 5,500 and needs more sauce.
Matt, do the sauce, my friend. That, we found it. We found it. Found its balls. And that graph looked good. 585. That is 15 wheel horsepower gain. How'd the log look?
Log's actually looking really good. I want to add a little more fuel just to balance in our fuel trims, but that'll be it.
Cool.
And then we'll do another blow. I'm just going to up the injection clip just a little bit, give it a little more fuel with the timing, and it should be set.
Sweet. And that right there, people, that is good numbers out of my car. 15 additional horsepower with just minor dialing in the tune for the headers. You can get those headers at vrpspeed.com. Take a minute to like, share, subscribe this video, and make sure you guys are checking out Ben's House on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure you're checking out HOCHMAN Fabrication and Speed on YouTube, Instagram. I mean, these guys here build some of the coolest cars. They told me they were working on a P1 before, a P1 McLaren. I don't think my insurance company would let me have one drive by my building, let alone one inside of it. So check these guys out, awesome stuff. And huge shout out to these guys. They rearranged their whole schedule to allow me and Ben's House to come here to do this dyno day. As much stuff as you hear from about Chicago, this and that, the area, I have had nothing but a good time up here with Alex, Matt, now Ben from HOCHMAN Fabrication and Speed. And they, listen, if I accidentally say in any part of this video, HOCHMAN Performance, it's because everything I see here is just so performance. And that's why I say it. But it's really HOCHMAN Fabrication and Speed. And just like you saw the exhaust posts and everything, their quality of work here. I mean, I would literally eat off the floor. I don't know when and where they work because it is just super clean. And that's what you want when you're doing this high level of performance builds and exhaust manufacturing, everything they're doing. Just amazing. I mean, there's a billet block sitting over there. That's next level. All right, guys, check out this awesome Illuminati's pizza. You know, Alex loves this place, so we're gonna see how it is. I really prefer Giovanni's, but we'll try the Illuminati's. All right, Ben, so why the hub dyno? What separates this from the traditional dyno jet like what I have? That's a great question.
So the most immediate and obvious difference between the hub dyno versus the roller style dyno is the fact that you're actually hooked up to the hubs of the vehicle. So what that does is it eliminates the variable of lost traction and also increases the level of safety in the whole process. By doing that, it not only allows you to get a more accurate tune, but it allows you to put your car that's maybe 1,800 horsepower on the dyno and actually do full horsepower runs. Because on a roller dyno with the Evo, for instance, we can't do more than, say, 50 pounds of boost before it starts to get a bit sketchy. Whereas we're spraying 120 shot of nitrous and laying all the boost down to see what the car will do before we even leave the facility. In addition to that, this has the most advanced technology when it comes to tuning and dyno software. Mainline out of Australia produces these, and their software is next level. Right now, we have the dyno set up to auto start, for instance, so that instead of having to hit a space bar and try and time the exact same RPM and load that you normally do for every single pole so that you can really see, laying over each of the graphs, where the changes are and what you want to do. This will actually auto start so that every single run you make is dead on consistent. Right now, this one is set up to not start logging and releasing the dyno pole until it sees a minimum of 50 horsepower and a set load that we've put in there. So that's one of the nice features, especially when you're using this as a tool for tuning. Having accuracy and eliminating variables is everything.
All right, guys, now we're putting the Ben's House completely stock AMG GTS on the dyno. So we are going to check out what a stock car makes compared to mine, and Matt's gonna throw some stage 1 sauce on it. So this is gonna be cool. All right, guys, he just calibrated the car on the dyno, and you can take a look under here. It is completely stock and just really clean and a little wet. Just how I like them, clean and wet. Mostly clean. We're going to be doing 2 pulls with the stock file and 2 pulls with the Ben's House stage 1. 456. That is really healthy power for a stock car. Wow. So the 2018s make way more power. That is really healthy power.
That's not the stock.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
All right, so you know what this thing needs? It needs VRP turbo manifolds. We're doing them. Second.
What the?
That's a tune.
I swear to God, it's stock.
That is
Where?
That is tuned. It's tuned. We think it's tuned.
Yeah, I think it's tuned. Yeah.
You just pick up power when you're good.
But think about it, the GTC makes 550 wheel, and all it is a different tune and a little boarding on the heads.
My car made 450 wheel with a Rentec tune and stock everything. That's how Anthony's C63 made like almost 460 stock 507, and like they just don't make that on my dyno stock C63s. I was like, what the f? That is making such great healthy power. Definitely a factory freak. There we go. We are making the sauce. This is a beautifully running stock car. Mine has 60,000 hard miles on it. How many miles is on this?
23.
23,000 mile 2018 AMG GTS, tuned by BNZHAUS, 477 horsepower, 451 foot-pounds of torque. 485, 465. This car is what the dude?
I don't know.
Fred,
I don't
what did
know.
you do?
I don't know.
Where's your?
Putting in the
Is there VRP headers in there?
Yo, it's on E85.
Is this an E85 car, Fred?
No.
Are you loving the numbers though?
I love the numbers. It's been sitting for 2 months.
It's just rested. It was resting for us. Dude, good job. BNZHAUS stage 1 tune, 485, all the torque. What a good ending to this video.
Breaking all sorts of new things.
Wow.
What a trip. I had so much fun. Just really, seriously, I'm so thankful to all these guys. This has been so wonderful. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you liked this trip to Chicago. I hope you like seeing this beautiful facility. I hope you like seeing BNZHAUS and just meeting all these great people. If you're in this area, please reach out to them. They are all wonderful to work with. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys on the next one. Take care. I'm gonna do this like, not an intro, but like the introduction to being here before or introduction to being on the dyno. Cool. Is this rolling? Mm-hmm. Cool. Anthony, am I good? Will you just hold it? Just like so it's, all right, cool. How's my hair? Makeup, Bill. Bill, this is, all right, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
So we already did the intro.
Okay. Where did we do the intro? Oh, at BNZHAUS.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We walked around the shop. And then
Hawkman.
Yeah.
Hawkman.
Speed fabrication.
The German like car guy in me wants to say like, yeah, like the way you would say it if it was German. Hey guys, this is the way. Welcome back to Modern Masters Auto. All right guys, after 300 pulls. All right guys, Matt has the tune figured out. All right, go.
Thanks, Ben.
Just kidding. Thank you, Ben. This is your flight attendant, or like, this is your captain speaking. We are at BNZHAUS in, where are we at? In Lincolnshire, Illinois. We're in Lincolnshire, Illinois, here at BNZHAUS. Hey guys, so we have made it to Hawkman Performance, where we have hooked the car up. I said it wrong?
Fabrication and speed.
Oh, you said performance. That's Hawkman, Fabrication, and Speed. Hawkman, we're gonna fabricate, and we're gonna do some speed, and we're gonna put the GTS on the dyno. You mind getting mic'd up just because what you say is more important than what I'm gonna say. All right, guys, we made it to Hawkman